Hey everybody, this is David at Barnyard Bees. Sorry I haven't been with you for a while, but myself and my whole family, we have all had COVID and we're just now recovering from it. So that was pretty much 2 weeks of having the fever and everything, and it's not been fun, and I hope all of you are safe out there. And sometimes just one person in the family will get it and it'll spread to the rest of the family. So just now recovering from it good. I've been out quarantined for a few days now. We actually got a chance to go out yesterday and shop a little bit and get out of the house. So it feels like prison when you're stuck in a house like that and you can't do anything. But anyway, that's what happened. And just want to explain a little bit about where I've been. But what I'm doing out here, let's get on the subject. There's one of our only outside new cat that we have. He's kind of hanging around out here watching me. I wanted to go over a little bit of winter maintenance. Now, 1st of January, it's beginning to get crunch time for any of you that's especially a new beekeeper, but those of you that are existing beekeepers, it's time to get crunching and get to work and get some things done out in your bee yard, because more than likely there's maintenance out there that needs done. Some of the old hives need going through. Now, no one here ever claims 100% success rate through the summer and winter. We grow bees, which means we run very small colonies that don't always make it. But that's just how it goes with raising bees when you're propagating bees. They're always vulnerable, especially in the August, September, October time, when you got hive beetles, wax moths, mites, yellow jackets. The list goes on and on for the things that are out there that will kill your colonies. And they always don't make it, because you're constantly splitting and making those colonies smaller and forcing them to regrow bigger, and so that you can resell the nukes or that you can reproduce a good crop going into winter. So these are some of the colonies out here that didn't make it. And what I do, now some of you may not agree with that, how I do my techniques. That's fine, I understand. But and there's not one certain way of doing things, but this is just how I do it. Once I know that a colony has been infected with wax moths and it's dead, it's gone, I try to keep light going into that colony. And if you usually leave just a crack, like this feeder right here, just a crack on each side, yes, a little bit of water will get in, but if you got it tilted forward, it will run back out. I've done this for years and years, and it works well. It stops the infestation immediately, because the wax moths and the hive beetles, either one, like to be exposed to the elements. So it pretty much runs them out. So it pretty much stops the damage, but there is damage already done. So you got to go back in the wintertime and clean these colonies up. Now here's the thing too, and I'm going to address this, and some of you may not agree with this, but look, these things don't overwinter in your colony. Now, I have opened them up before and have seen moths inside hibernating over the winter, but they do not leave eggs inside the wax for that to hatch for the next year. It doesn't work that way with wax moths. So when you pull out a frame, and you can see where there's been damage done on it right here, and sometimes all you'll need to see, it's still got a little bit of wax right up here on top, and that right there is enough for them to get started. Now if you want to coat just a little bit of wax, brush this off good, and that frame is nothing wrong with using that. There's nothing wrong at all. Now this frame here, you can see it's got look at the damage it got on it. This is one of those from the plastic. Of course, it's a plastic frame. and I've always had issues with these, and it had a good coat of wax on it, so it wasn't the case that it didn't have a good coat of wax on it. It just, some people have better luck with these than others. With me, these things always tend to try to build out, see how it tried to build out the wax, like it would come out with a bridge and then try to build wax on, and then they don't turn out very good, and it'll hurt the colony. Now this side did fine. See how it built out here, and you can see where the wax moss had got inside of it. So what I do with these, I'll take my hive tool. Now wintertime's the best time to do this. That wax is brittle, very brittle, and it comes off very easy. If you would try this in August, it'd just smear. But in the wintertime, see how easy that is to come off? It brushes off very easy. One-handed here, but you got my point here, what I'm doing. And that easily comes off. And I know it's cold out, but just put your coat on, get out there and scrape you some of these off. And take this old stuff here, don't throw it away. If you want to reuse some of your wax, take this and put it into a 5-gallon bucket, and go watch that video that I made from last year where I melted all that down, and that'll give you plenty of wax to melt down, to put on your frames, to make starter strips with, if you want to make some candles, or a comfrey salve that I use. I take our raw wax and make comfrey salve with it. If you don't know what comfrey salve is, I got a video, you can go look at it as well. But there's just so many uses that you can do with it. But now is the time to do this. Now, another thing that you can do, because once you scrape this down, you can use it once you scrape it down good, but if you really want it really clean, get your pressure washer and pressure wash that plastic frame, and it'll knock the majority of that off. And then take your wax that you recycled and melt it down and brush your good coat on there. You're ready to go. You're ready to go with that frame right there. And as far as this goes right here, like I said, you can brush your little bit of wax right here on top, and you're ready to go. Now some of these, let me show you. Okay, that's a complete loss right there. So you're going to completely take this out. And like I said, because it's so easy to knock out, especially this time of year, and I'll usually leave just a little remnant up on the very top, and the rest of that, see how easy that comes up just by doing that one-handed, because it's so brittle. It'll come right apart very easily, and you got the idea how to do it. Very easy. Leave that little bit right there on the very top, just a little bit, don't take much, and you just go through your frames. And there's one that they hadn't even started building out. Here's some that actually had been left outside the colony. Just be careful with them right now, because if you bump them, you will bust them. But you can drop that in your colony, and they will start drawing that out. Some of these, and you can ask some of the other YouTubers on here too, that does bees, about using frames that a lot of people wouldn't use, and you'll be surprised. And a lot of them will say, heck yeah, we use them, because once you put them in there, you don't want to put anything wet and moldy inside. But some of this that has like older remnants where it has been wet, but it's now dried out good, and it's just a little bit. Now a lot of this is drone comb, so you're not going to get a whole lot of brood with this one here. You can see how big the drone comb is right here. A little bit of worker cell here, not much. Right there's a lot of drone comb, but you could use this on the outside for them to start storing honey with. So, and it'll work. They'll start resuming building that out, no problem. Okay, we're gonna start on these videos now, and we're gonna keep hammering. And now that we're not sick anymore and we feel better, and that'll be about it for today. Just a little bit of hive maintenance, and we'll go on. I got a lot of video ideas. And we'll start getting them out. But like I said, the illness and sickness has really hurt us bad this year, especially with the COVID. But we're good and ready to go, getting healthy, getting back to the gym. And that's about it, folks. I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and we'll try to go ahead and get this posted. Today is Sunday, January 3rd, I think. Yeah, January 3rd. And we'll get this, try to go up here and edit this video and get it put out this evening. And that's about it, folks. Don't forget, please help share our videos, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Barnyard Bees.